How do they think?
So, Stephen, everyone wants to know what was around before the Big Bang.
Nothing was around before the Big Bang.
Suppose what Oscar believed in as he died, in spite of your protestations, suppose it's all true, and you walk up to the pearly gates and you are confronted by God. What will Stephen Fry say to him, her, or it?
I will basically, what's known as theodicy, I think. I'll say bone cancer in children? What's that about? How dare you? How dare you create a world in which there is such misery that is not our fault? It's not right. It's utterly, utterly evil. Why should I respect a capricious, mean-minded, stupid God who creates a world which is so full of injustice and pain?
Just well, repeated by us.
Something can come from nothing, and that's what physicists are now telling us.
What are their goals in life?
I'm not really sure, actually.
No. Be very famous and very rich.
Probably to be a very famous actress.
To travel the world.
Retire early and travel. Live a very long time, very healthy.
According to a statistic, China gets #1 of the most atheist country in the world. There are nearly 5,100,000 atheists in the world. That means they consist of 7% of world population. Now we are going to explain some kind of irreligious doctrines. A religion which may include deism, agnosticism, atheism, atheism, apatheism, pantheism, secular humanism, deism or natural religion.
Deism derived from Latin deus, that means God. Deism is also defined as the belief in the existence of God based on rational thought, without any reliance on revealed religions or religious authority. Deism emphasizes the concept of natural theology or physical theology, that is, God's existence is revealed through nature and he don't care about humans' prayers and even the world that he made. Officially their history starts in 1754-56, when the deist controversy had passed its peak, while John Leland wrote a historical and critical compendium of deist thought.
Agnosticism or agnostos.
Agnosticism derived from Greek's agnostis, that means unknowable. Their history starts in 1876 where Thomas Henry Huxley introduced word agnosticism that said, "A man shall not say he knows and believes that which he has no scientific grounds for professing to know or believe." The doctrine that humans cannot know of the existence of anything beyond the phenomena of their experience and other. Words agnostic is a person that denies or doubts the possibility of ultimate knowledge because he or she thinks that human knowledge is limited to experience this. That means agnostic atheists are not sure about their thoughts.
Agnosticism
is the idea that the question of existence of God is meaningless, because the term God has no unambiguous definition. Agnosticism requires a good, non-controversial definition of God before arguing on its existence. It means that they need to label the word God before anything else because they think it's meaningless to argue about something unknowable.
Apatheism.
An apatheist is someone who is not interested in accepting or rejecting any claims that gods exist or do not exist. The belief that the existence or non-existence of God is not important. One of the first recorded apatheists was arguably Dennis Diderot, 1713-1784, who wrote, "It is very important not to mistake hemlock for parsley, but to believe. Or not believe in God is not important at all."
Atheism.
The etymological root for the word atheism originated before the 5th century from the ancient Greek, atheos, meaning without God. It had multiple uses as a pejorative term applied to those thought to reject the gods worshipped by the larger society. Atheism, particularly in the form of practical atheism, advanced in many societies in the 20th century. In other words, atheism is a lack of belief in gods and disbelief in the existence of a supreme beings.
Atheism.
Atheism is the belief that there is something that exists beyond the material realm, but that something remains undefined and unknowable. And they acknowledge that there could be some kind of God. They even leave open the possibility that we ourselves are gods. They call themselves Christians due to cultural reasons, but they do not hold to the fundamentals of the Christian faith.
Pantheism.
Pantheism, or pandeism, is a theological doctrine which combines aspects of pantheism and deism. It holds that the creator of the universe actually became the universe, and so ceased to exist as a separate and conscious entity, and they also say why God would create a universe and then abandon it.
Secular humanism.
Secular humanism or humanism is an outgrowth of 18th century Enlightenment that includes any set of beliefs that promotes human values without specific allusion to religious doctrines.
Some of common question that people ask about atheists. How can atheists be moral without believing in God?
In the answer they say that we are moral for the same reasons believers are moral, because we have compassion and a sense of justice. We evolved with some core moral values wired into our brains, caring about fairness, caring about loyalty, caring when others are harmed.
How do you have any meaning of life? Why don't you just kill yourself?
They say that we find meaning and joy in the same things everyone does. We find it in the big things: family, friendship, work, nature, art, learning, love.
Have you read the Bible or some other holy book?
In fact, we're better informed about the tenets of most specific religions than the believers in those religions. They say that, for many of us, sitting down and reading the Bible or the holy text of whatever religion is exactly what set us on the path to atheism.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Flight 5235 non-stop to London Heathrow. The temperature is 25 degrees out. In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the cabin to offer you hot and cold drinks. We thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Thank God it was just a dream. God? I don't believe in God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Physicists are still working
what Oscar believed in as he died.
Among them is much between Now, it is very mysterious how the universe came. It's a deeply mysterious and interesting.
Despite all of these complications, there is not an absolute living atheist in the world.